Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Vikings going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to picturesque Miami, Florida. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. On second down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. On third down, Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And here's a look at the starting offense. Second down following the run. They'll put Fuller in motion right. To throw on second down is Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. Stafford. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dante Fowler. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's fielded at the 45. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So now here come the Dolphins. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum. That's caught inside the 20. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there, 48 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. That is the kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Stafford now on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
He's got Fuller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. On second down, here's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Now Wilson on second down. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Noah Spence able to run him down for a loss of a yard. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson flush to his right. Yards on that one, it earns him a fresh set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing is Wilson. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Alfred Blue. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. And the wideout in motion. They go play action here on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he motions the wide receiver. To throw on second down is Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Here's Stafford. Under pressure, they got him again. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Eight yards to go here on... And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, here's Wilson. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Face mask. Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now Wilson on second down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. On third down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And now out comes Minnesota. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On first down, Stafford here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Finding time. Caught by Nelson left side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. In motion, the tight end. On first and 10, Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's second and 10. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Second and 10, Stafford again. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Halfback sent in motion. Time to step aside. We'll come back to Miami after this. Again, it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Brown in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Back to throw, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Thomas rolls. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Nick Perry, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st down, Stafford here. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And the back goes into motion. On 2nd and 10, Stafford flushed out right. Now he's going to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando. And with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll put Fuller in motion right. Stafford on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Stafford now on second down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Going to Rawls on the dump off. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one good for 12 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They come up in an offset eye. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's the backup running back, Carlos Williams. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Now receiver in motion left. They come out here in the eye. And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Rawls. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Thomas Rawls, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have taken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Wilson now to throw on third down. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then hit Pat.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Caught by Nelson left side. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Vikings. J.J. Nelson taking it in. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. On third down, Wilson dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
As a general rule, when you take a deep shot downfield, it's usually a timing pattern. Quarterback in the pocket and looking to hit his receiver downfield. But when he has to move outside of it, timing often gets thrown off. And on that play, that caused the incompletion.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On second down, here's Stafford. Drops it underneath for Rawls. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Big 20, big 20.
And the wideout in motion. Time running out here on the play clock. First down, this is Rawls. There goes Thomas Rawls. Touchdown, Vikings. Thomas Rawls with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
They come up in an offset eye. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's Stafford being chased out left. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Fuller, 55 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Wilson to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw is Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. Cuts it out to the... There goes Thomas Rawls. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense, because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught one as well.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down, Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call.